second graders, we have another subtraction strategy for you today, but it should sound pretty familiar because we're going to be using our number lines again. And what's really cool is, of course, you have your number lines at home. You can either use this orange one or even the one that's on your name tag at home, but there is one on the worksheet as well as on the back. So today we are going to use the number line in order to subtract two different numbers to find the difference between them. So our first problem is 9 minus 7, and we've been talking this week so far about how we usually start with a smaller number and count back, or, well, this time we're going to go back to that bigger number. Okay? So when we are using a number line, we are going to find the bigger number, which is the first number in the problem. And we're going to find that number, you got it, on the number line. Mrs. Grant, can you put maybe a heart or a circle or some type of little mark above that number 9? A heart. That's so sweet. So number 9 is marked by a heart on our number line. Now with the 7, that's how many we are going to take away from number 9. Now you're going to notice the number line doesn't keep going very far that way.
No.
And with all of the subtraction problems that we've been practicing this week, our answer is a really small number, which means we need to go this direction on the number line. So now that we started at 9, we're actually going to hop 7 spaces back, and we're going to count as we go.
All right.
So let's make 1 jump, good, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can stop right there. So we landed on the number 2 after making 7 jumps. So 9 minus 7 is going to equal 2. That's our answer.
Cool.
That's not so bad. Let's see if we can do it one more time.
Oh, you got that?
Beat ya.
Yeah.
I win.
Oh, you know what I'm noticing?
Yeah.
Their paper is not laminated. So if they write with a pencil on this, they might have to erase it.
Yeah.
Which is why it might be a good idea to use this. You could also just jump with your finger and not write.
Yep.
If you don't want to
Absolutely.
have to erase it every time too, right?
Yeah. Or they can use a dry erase marker on here or their finger on here, whatever really works best for you, okay? Let's try maybe a couple more problems.
Okay.
The next problem is 8 minus 3. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with that first number, which is larger, and we're going to find it on the number line. And we got another heart. We're just in that kind of mood today. Now this time we're only going to subtract 3, okay? So we're going to make 3 jumps, running this direction. 3. Perfect. What number did you land on?
5.
All right, so that means our answer is going to be 5.
Sweet.
I have a nice board that I can erase. You might want to erase your number line, or make sure you didn't draw a dark line. Mrs. Grant, I'm going to see if you remember how to do the next problem on your own.
Okay. So I am going to start with the big number, which is 6. And I'm just going to put a circle this time. Just keep it basic. Okay. And then I see that my smaller number is 2, so I'm going to jump back 2 spaces. So I'm going to start at the 6, hop, hop, and I end up at the 4. So 6 minus 2 is 4.
You've got it. Hey, that's pretty good. I think the number lines on the back side of the page are a little bit trickier, so why don't we take a minute and look at those.
Here, I'll erase it. You can flip the paper over. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, this is a much smaller number line.
Well, the number line
It's
is
bigger,
actually...
but it's like small. The picture is smaller.
The picture
Like
is
the
smaller.
font size is smaller, but the number line is bigger.
The
You're right.
numbers go a little bit longer, all the way to 15. But the idea is the same. In fact, what's really helpful is they even did the jumps for us. But do you remember that gingerbread page we did a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Where the problem was missing?
Yes.
Well, the same thing happened here. There's no problem. We need to use the number line to figure it out.
Oh, that's hard.
So let's look at the first one to see what they did, and then I bet we could try and figure it out for the next ones.
Let's do it.
I noticed that on the number line, there's a little circle that's not all the way filled in, and it's on the number 8. I also noticed that moving to the left, they jumped 1, 2, 3, 4, and landed at a 4.
Okay.
So for this problem, the number that they're starting on is going to be our large number, and that's where the circle is. So our first number is an 8, and then our second number is going to be the number of jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you can count like the little art arcs right here, like
Yep.
1 arc, 2 arc, 3 arc, 4 arc.
I like
Cool.
to think of them as like an animal jumping across the number
Uh-huh.
line. I
Cute.
don't know which animal. What's an animal that jumps?
Kangaroo.
Kangaroos jump.
Mhm.
So little kangaroo jumps across your
Mhm.
number line. So 4 kangaroo jumps equals 4 total.
So the equals is wherever you land, like the last number, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And the circle is going to be the first number.
Cool.
So looking at this problem, you have to look kind of closely. I'm looking for the little circle, and there it is on number 7.
Mhm.
So we're going to put a 7 here
Okay.
to start.
Awesome.
Now we need to count all those kangaroo jumps
Okay.
next. So let's count those together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
So our problem is 7 minus 5.
Mm-hmm.
And our answer is going to be where those kangaroo jumps stop. Where do you see the kangaroo jumps stopping?
I see that it stopped at the 2, and they also have an arrow pointing to it. That's helpful. So I think that 7 minus 5 is 2.
Yep. I think you got it.
Nice.
So students are going to do the same thing on the next 2 problems. And then down below, there's a bunch of problems with only 1 number line. But again, you can use that orange one that came in your folder, and you can erase it each time, or just use your finger to jump along.
Cool.
And that's it for today.